Om Namo Namah. How numbers are mentioned in Sanskrit, Part 3. Sanskrute Sankhyolekhaah Tritiyo Bhagah. A study by S.L. Abhyankar. Mumbai, Sunday, June 14, 2020. For the study of how numbers are mentioned in Sanskrit, an outline as follows was chalked out in Part 1. Study of Mulyavachaka Sankhyaah, cardinal numbers. Study of Kramavachaka Sankhyaah, ordinal numbers. Study of numbers occurring when saying at what time of the day, Kasyam Velayam. Study of numbers occurring when saying at what location, Kasmin Sthane, in which direction, Kasyam Dishi, at what speed, Kena Vegena, at what rate, Kena Pramanena. Study of numbers occurring when saying how many times, once, twice, Kativaram. Study of numbers occurring when saying by what multiple, single, double, triple, plural, Katigunam. Study of numbers occurring when saying in how many ways, Katidha. Study of numbers occurring when saying how many elements in a set, Samuhavachaka, singular, couplet, triplet, quadruplet, etc. Study of numbers occurring when saying by groups or by sets of how many, Katishaha. In the military, they give an order, parade, fall in threes. That means the people have to make groups of three. Study of numbers occurring when saying how much, Katipayam, or of how much measure, Katimatram. Does one have compound words, Samasaha, containing numbers? Does one have further derivations, Tadhitaha, of Sankhya Shabdaha? When studying in Part 2, the Section 3, study of numbers occurring when saying at what time of the day, Kasyam Velayam, it was noted that time of the day varies by variation in geographic location, which also uses numbers, the numbers of latitudes and longitudes. That prompted modifying the above list to add a new section, study of numbers occurring when saying at what location, Kasmin Sthane, in which direction, Kasyam Dishi, at what speed, Kena Vegena, at what rate, Kena Pramanena. This section not only fits well at number 4, it adds a new dimension, a new perception to this study of numbers. In his Siddhanta Shiromani, after Leelavati and Bijaganitam, Bhaskaracharya has two more sections, Grahaganitadhyaya and Goladhyaya. If we had our brothers living on Mars, or say nearer by, even on the moon, all references of time and place will be quite complicated, right? The sages did imagine and state very emphatically that if one would grant that there is Brahmaloka, different from our Bhuloka, the Ahoratra there would be many multiple times longer than Ahoratra here on Bhuloka. See, Sahasrayuga Paryantam Maharyad Brahmano Viduhu Ratrim Yuga Sahasranam Steho Ratravido Janaha. This is in Gita, the 8th chapter, 17th verse, Shloka. Already, one Ahoratra on the North Pole is 360 times longer than on equator, because 6 months of daylight and 6 months of night. So 1 year of one Ahoratra. Whereas on the equator, one Ahoratra 24 hours, 1 day. So Ahoratra on the North Pole is 360 or a little more longer than on equator. Now, what number is this Sahasra Yuga? Since yugas are 4, Sahasra Yuga is 250 cycles of 4 yugas. One cycle of 4 yugas is Kali Yuga 432,000 years, plus Dwapara Yuga 864,000 years, plus Treta Yuga 1,296,000 years, plus Kruta Yuga 1,728,000 years. So all in all 4,320,000 years. Then 250 cycles would be 1,080,000,000 years. Twice of that becomes one Ahoratra of Brahman or in Brahmaloka. When studying the micro units of time, the unit Truti is related to a particle floating in a beam of sunlight. So at the micro level, units of size and time seem to get unified. Even at the macro level, distances are mentioned in light years. Again, units of size and time seem to get unified. Maybe we would continue this thought to now study section 4. Numbers occurring when staying at what location, kasmin sthane, in which direction, kasyam dishi, at what speed, kena vegena, at what rate, kena pramanena. An interesting arithmetic puzzle is to construct a magic square where sums of numbers across all rows, all columns and across the diagonals will be equal. A solution for a magic square of 3 by 3 is encoded in the following Subhashitam. Indro vayur yamaschaiva nairuto madhyamastatha ishanascha kuberascha agnir varunevacha. The words in this Subhashitam are names of 8 deities. Also, the deities mentioned are masters of 8 directions. At any given sthanam, place to be at the center, madhya. So, to construct a magic square of 3 by 3, we have to fill numbers 1 to 9 in a diagram of 9 squares with 3 rows and of 3 columns each. In the middle row, we have squares for Paschima, west, Madhyam, center, and Purva, the east. Correspondingly, in the top row, we have squares for Vayavya, northwest, Uttara, north, and Ishana, northeast. And in the bottom row, we have squares for Nairuta, southwest, Dakshina, south, and Agneya, southeast. Note, in the Subhashitam, the first name is of deity Indraha, who commands Purva, the east. So, let us put number 1 in that square of the east. Next, second name is of deity Vayu, who commands Vayavya, the northwest. So, let us put number 2 in that square. The third name is of deity Yamaha, who commands Dakshina, the south. So, let us put number 3 in that square. The fourth name is of deity Nairuta, who commands Nairuta, the southwest. So, let us put number 4 in that square. The fifth name is of the center, Madhya. So, let us put number 5 in that square, Madhya. The sixth name is of deity Ishanaha, who commands Ishana, the northeast. So, let us put number 6 in that square. The seventh name is of deity Kuberaha, who commands Uttara, the north. So, let us put number 7 in that square. The eighth name is of deity Agnihi, who commands Agneya, the southeast. So, let us put number 8 in that square. The ninth name is of deity Varunaha, who commands Paschima, the west. So, let us put number 9 in that square. Now, we have in the squares in the top row the numbers 2, 7 and 6. So 2 plus 7, 9 plus 6, 15, which add up to 15. In the squares in the middle row, we have the numbers 9, 5, 1. 9 plus 5, 14 plus 1, 15. 15 again. In the squares in the bottom row, we have numbers 4, 3 and 8. 4 plus 3, 7 plus 8, 15. In the squares in the left column, we have numbers 2, 9, 4. 2 plus 9, 11 plus 4, 15. In the squares in the middle column, we have numbers 7, 5 and 3. 7 plus 5, 12 plus 3, 15. In the squares in the right column, we have numbers 6, 1, 8. 6 plus 1, 7 plus 8, 15. Even across the two diagonals, the numbers are 4 plus 5 plus 6, 15 and 2 plus 5 plus 8, 15. The diagram can as well be turned around, both clockwise and anti-clockwise, through 90 degrees, 180 degrees, 270 degrees. Names of directions and the sequence of numbers will change. All in all, it will look like as many solutions, but they are only turned around variations of one solution. One can take any 9 consecutive numbers, say the 9 starting from 37 to 45. In that case, the first number 37 is 36 more than 1, and the last number 45 is also 36 more than 9. The sum of numbers across any row, column or diagonal will be 36 multiplied by 3 is equal to 108 more than 15, that is 123. All such diagrams can be turned around to look like as many solutions each. One may use a sequence of negative integers also. The starting number and an incremental value can be a fraction or mixed fraction also. See the picture below. Solution for magic square 3 by 3. Indro Vayur Yamaschaiva Nairuto Madhyamastatha Ishanascha Kuberascha Agnir Varuna Evacha. Now the standard solution: 276 in the top row, 951 in the middle row, 438 in the bottom row, all adding up to 15. But now if I start with a mixed fraction, value of 2.5 to be the first value, then I put that in the east direction where 1 is here in this diagram, so 2.5, and then I take an incremental value of 3.5, so 2.5 plus 3.5, 6, that goes the next number in the northwest corner, 6, and then 6 plus 3.5, 9.5, that goes in the south, number 3, 9.5. So like that, I can build up all the 9 numbers with that sequence of 3.5 incremental value, and then you will notice that the sum of the top row is 20 plus 6, 26 plus 23, 49.5. Even in the vertical column, left column, 30 plus 13, 43 plus 6, 49.5. So the totals across rows, columns and diagonals in this case are 49.5, but they are the same total. So that is a magic square. Amazing. This Subhashitam is a key to infinite number of 3 by 3 magic squares. What a genius of a poetic and arithmetical alacrity using mythological knowledge to compose a metrical verse reciting names of deities but coding therein a solution for a magic square. Such verse will stay in the memory for the whole of life. Indro Vayur Yamaschaiva Nairuto Madhyamastatha Ishanascha Kuberascha Agnir Varuna Evacha. That is Sanskrit. A Kundali, a horoscope, is also a magic square, a key to the complete biography of the person, right from birth to death. In a horoscope, there are numbers related with geographical location at birth and related to positions of astronomical entities at the time of birth. Most common horoscope has 12 sectors. These 12 sectors on one count denote the places for the 12 rashis, zodiac signs, in their sequence of First one Mesha, Aries. Second one Vrushabha, Taurus. Third one Mithuna, Gemini. Fourth one Karka, Cancer. Fifth one Simha, Leo. Sixth one Kanya, Virgo. Seventh one Tula, Libra. Eighth one Vrishchika, Scorpio. Ninth one Dhanu, Sagittarius. 10th one Makara, Capricorn. 11th Kumbha, Aquarius. 12th Meena, Pisces. In a specimen kundali below, the numbers 1 to 12 denote the Rashis. Where is number 1? Number 1 is in the left bottom corner. So that is the Mesh Ras. Number 2 next to that, and then the other numbers are in a anti-clockwise direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So numbers 3, 6, 9 and 12 are close to the center and they are 4 rhombuses. So in a way, a simple way of forming a magic square for the horoscope, which is containing the whole biography of the person. Note, in this kundali, planet Chandra is in Rashi number 6, that is Kanya. So Janma Rashi of the concerned person, Jataka, concerned person is called as Jataka. And here his Rashi is Kanya. Janma Rashi of the concerned person, Jataka, is in which planet Chandra is. On another count, the 12 divisions in the horoscope also denote 12 main aspects of the biography of a person. Number 1, Tanu, body, features. Number 2, Dhana, wealth, ancestral heritage. Number 3, Mata. Number 4, Mana, mind, psychology. Number 5, Santati, how the close relatives. Santati is children are going to interact with you, with the particular person. Number 6, Ripu, how the enemies who are never going to wish well of you. Caricature of that can be read from the 6th sector. Number 7, Bharya. Number 8, Mrityu. Number 9, Prayanam, major travel, let us say migrating from one country to another, taking citizenship there. Number 10, Karma. Number 11, Aya, sources of income, how the income is going to happen. Number 12, Vyaya, how expenditure is going to happen, whether the person is philanthropic and hence spends, or is a miser and hence does not spend, or is a prodigal, spends but recklessly. So all those aspects can be studied by studying the sector number 12. Considering the time and place of birth, the first zodiac sign, number 1, Mesha, Aries, can be in any one of the 12 aspects of the biography. In the above kundali, it is at number 5, Santati. When I say number 5, the numbers of the biographical aspects are counted from the number 1, where in the diagram you have number 9. And then the numbers continue. One number where number is 10, that will be the sthanam for the biographical aspect 2. Like that, number 1 here, the Mesh Rasa, is in the biographical aspect 1. In the above kundali, it is at number 5, Santati. There are no planets, grahas in this sthanam. I do not know what that means in astrological terms. The other 11 zodiac lines are placed in their sequential order of Mesha, Vrishabha, Mithuna, etc. This is a broad picture. For a final study, there are 27 constellations, nakshatrani, across the 12 rashis, zodiac signs. That is an average of 2.25 nakshatrani per rashi. That would lead to mathematics of fractions, 2.25. Instead, the mathematics becomes mathematics of integers by considering that each nakshatram has 4 charanaha. Then each rashi has 9 nakshatra charanaha, 2.25 multiplied by 4. See the image below. Now this is a circular image. All details to be read anti-clockwise with 0 at the top of the vertical diameter. In the innermost ring are shown figurative symbols of the signs of zodiac, Rashaya. The Sanskrit names in Roman script are in the dark ring. In the outermost ring are names of 27 constellations, nakshatrani. Note, as you can see the diagram, 2.25 nakshatrani, that is 9 nakshatra charanaha related to each rashi. Each rashi, that dark segment in that dark ring. Now, Kundali Jyotish, astrology of horoscopes, considers 12 planets Ravi, Soma, Mangala, Buddha, Guru, Shukra, Shani, Rahu, Ketu, Harshal, Neptune, Pluto, getting placed in different zodiac signs, rashis. One can appreciate that placement of the planets will be more accurate if they be placed by nakshatrani instead of by rashi. In that horoscope above, the grahas are placed in the rashi sectors. It will be further more accurate if they be placed by nakshatra charanaha, that is across 108 sectors of an astronomical circle at every other geographical location at any given time. The lines joining the point of geographical location to the different planets in the space, in the sky, graha, will have different angles. Actually, at the time of birth, some planets, graha, will be spashtaha, being above the horizon, and sun will be aspashtaha, being below the horizon. Spashta, clear, visible. The graha, of course, are also moving in their own orbits at their own speeds. For example, planet Shani, Saturn, is so named because it has the slowest speed. It moves Shanaihi. Shanaihi charati iti Shanaishchara, another name for Shani, Saturn. I have no plans to go into all the mathematics of first the astronomy and then extended to probability mathematics of astrology. Fact, nevertheless, is that it is mathematics. Mathematics of large number of variables. So I would not brush off Kundali Jyotish, astrology of horoscopes, as fallacious or fictitious. It is mathematics. But because it is mathematics of large number of variables, one may question the accuracy of the results or question the probability of the results being accurate. Let me close the study of section 4 with this observation, that there is quite some ancient tradition of abundant Sanskrit texts on the topics of this section. There are many more sections to be studied. So, let me also close how numbers are mentioned in section in Sanskrit part 3 here. Shubhamastu.